Last night I made a post-fight thoughts video with on the Billy Joe Saunders versus Canelo Alvarez fight. I gotta give a quick rebuttal, man, because when you're in the heat of the moment, you say a lot of things you shouldn't really say. But I had said in that video that the only people I think that I got beating Canelo, even having a chance of beating him, is Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. And like I said, last night I went back and watched like 3 more Canelo fights. His one's like 3 back. Callum Smith, I believe. I don't even count the Abney Yildirim fight, and I think it was I watched that one. I watched Danny Jacobs, and I watched the Triple G fight. Listen, man. First of all, let me just say this: Triple G, very powerful puncher, dude. Powerful puncher. I mean, anytime you break somebody's eye socket, that's power. Flat-footed, slow, not as fast as Canelo at all. He hit Canelo with everything he had, and I didn't even see the dude really hurt, bro. And I said Errol and Terrence has the best chance. I mean, skill-wise, I think Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford have more skills than a lot of those people up there. Like, they have more skills than David Benavidez, I think, and Caleb Plant. They got more heart, more dog in them, definitely, than Caleb Plant, I believe, and Billy Joe, all of them. David Benavidez has the dog, but does he have the fucking, does he have the mentality? He doesn't have the defense, but he has the dog and he has the strength, but he doesn't have the defense and stuff like that. Sometimes being a warrior could cost you in certain things, but I have to roll that back, man. I don't think there's no way that Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford is beating Canelo, dog. I doubt that, man. I'm trying to really think who can beat this dude, man, at this point. He's a good fighter, but I will say this. I think Billy Joe did expose some things with Canelo last night. It exposed that he didn't really improve like people say he did. I don't think he did. This is a hard one to figure out, man. Because I don't see anybody with the package, like the full package, to really beat him. So if there's nobody at the moment with the full package, then no one beats him right now, man. Just what it is. You might have some that come close to beating him. But when you see, you got Aris Londi, but this is early in his career. I'm talking about right now. Who comes close to beating Canelo? I don't know. I can't answer that. I would say Jamal Charlo, but I don't know, man. It's hard to figure it out. It's probably, it's not Caleb Plant. It's not Caleb Plant. Jamal's punch, his power probably can give him a good chance, but it's all about mentality as well. Who has the mentality to endure the dude, man? Who can take the most and not get frustrated? Because Canelo even get frustrated against movers. People that's in and out, sticking and moving. Billy Joe was showing that. He showed it with Billy Joe. He was right in front of Billy Joe, and then Billy Joe, he was missing. And I'm like, all right, cool. But then Billy Joe wasn't doing enough, bro. He asked for a bigger ring just to like really not use the fucking ring much. It was crazy, but I don't know, fam. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. At 168, I don't know who's beating Canelo, man. I don't see it. I don't know. You can say maybe David Benavidez has a chance, but like I just said, he doesn't have all the attributes, man. None of these boxers really have all of the attributes. If Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford was to move up, their power would be in question. Can they carry their power up to 160? Because Canelo's not going to no 154 to fight them. They would have to move up like 3 weight classes to even attempt to fight with him. So that's what I'm saying. This is real difficult. It's a real hard one, man. Because on one hand, Canelo, he looked basic, bro, against Billy Joe. I don't care what y'all say. He'd been doing the same thing that he was doing the other fight, the same thing. But he still getting the job done, bro. They all do the same thing when they fight him. They say one thing, then when they get in the ring with him, they start clenching up and doing totally different shit, like trying to avoid him. So, except Triple G. I think in the last fight, Triple G was kind of like, was on his back foot a lot. But in the first fight, he just was bringing it to Canelo. And I think Triple G won that first fight, but, you know, whatever, man. You know how that go. Yeah, man. But Billy Joe, as bad as he was doing, he still was styling on Canelo a little bit. Not much, but when he decided to, he was. I mean, you seen Canelo? Canelo had a little mouse on it. I never seen Canelo. I gotta go back and watch. I haven't seen his eye like that in a while, man. I don't think at all, actually. Billy Joe, they said he broke Billy Joe's orbital bone, similar to Triple G and Kell Brook. Man, I don't know, man. This Canelo dude is a freak of nature, bro. I really don't know. But I still think, though, with that being said, that his handlers are not going to put him in there with people that they think can knock him out. I'll have to see that. I have yet to see that. Now, here's the thing. If Canelo doesn't do as good against movers, why don't he just knock off Jamal Charlo, which really ain't a mover like that. He's a power puncher. Or Chris Eubank or somebody like that, or you know, and if he does good, as you saw, I guess against a mover like Billy Joe, okay, well, yeah, and yeah, exactly. If he does bad against movers and he does good against people that's stationary, okay, then why doesn't he just knock off David Benavidez and Jamal Charlo, scratch them off the list? Who else is there, man? I mean, I'm trying to figure out who else could possibly beat this dude, man. I don't see it. I had to go back and watch a few fights, fam, and I don't know what it's going to take. A mixture of things, bro. It's going to have to take everything. You can't, I've said this in numerous videos, you cannot have one attribute, or not even two. You have to have many things. You have to have the speed, the IQ, the reflexes, the power, the footwork. And you have to have the mental fortitude and the heart. You get them 7 things, it's hard to beat somebody like that, even if you are Canelo. So Floyd Mayweather, people could laugh at his power. He had all that. He had those attributes, man. And then, you know, you can also argue that Canelo was much younger and inexperienced back then when he fought Floyd. In that fight, that loss made him a better fighter. But listen, man, you're gonna have to bring it to Canelo, fam. You can't bring it to him recklessly, though. You gotta bring it to him with aggression and with some kind of poise, and you have to bring it to him with an amount of intelligence. You can't be sloppy bringing it to him like David Benavidez, going in there with your head. He gonna get his head boxed off like that. You can't go in there just relying on your power. You can't just move around. You gotta hit. You can't just move around relying on your feet with having no, man. You know, so, hey, listen, Canelo's in his prime. People that's fighting right now, I don't know who's beating this dude. I'm going to be honest, man. I had to go walk a lot of my words back. I eat crow. Like I said, you know me, man. I'm not afraid to be wrong. I'll speak it how I speak it. But listen, it's going to take a new age fight. It's going to be like, somebody that's going to be able to beat Canelo is going to have to be a really young boy, man. It's going to have to be somebody maybe that's going to be coming up sooner or later, like younger than the Jaron in his generation. Somebody like that, or probably in that generation. That's the only ones I can see beating him, fam. That's up and coming. I don't know who beats him right now, fam. Like if, let's say Jaron Ennis was to move up. I like Jaron Ennis. And that I don't know. I was thinking. I don't know why Jaron Ennis popped up in my head, but we don't know enough about Jaron either, man. We have to see these. That's why I give Errol and Terrence a better chance than Jaron right now, because you've seen Errol and Terrence in some kind of adversity. They've been in rough fights. Both of them have, and they overcame it. We haven't seen that with Jaron Ennis yet. We haven't seen him really cracked hard. Sergey Lipin, yes, did hit him and he ate that shit. But, you know, we moving up in weight, bro. It's a whole different ball game up there, man. So this Canelo dude might be unstoppable right now, fam. I hate to say shit like that, But every time people think that somebody's gonna beat him, it's always the opposite, bro. You know, everybody try to find these ways that these boxers can beat this dude, but these same boxers don't have all of the attributes I just named. They might have 2 of them. They might have 3 attributes out of the 7. You need them 7. You need the heart. You need the mental fortitude. You need the spot, the speed, the power, the IQ, the footwork, and the stamina, fam. Actually, 8 things. You know, so if you can bring all that to the table, you got a good chance of beating Canelo and possibly even knocking him out. But you got to be smart. This dude is an anomaly, man. He's one of those anomalies, man, like Deontay Wilder. He's one of those type of dudes that a freakish boxer, bro. I mean, he still has flaws. To me, he didn't improve. I think he's looking good against a lot of these subpar dudes. But to be honest, a lot of these dudes ain't great, bro. A lot of them ain't really. They don't have the full package, man. Not many boxers have full packages, man. Like, you're not like Floyd had the full package. He was one of those type of fighters. A lot of the older fighters back then, like Sugar Ray, fighters like that, they had the full package, man. A lot of these fighters don't have the full package, man. They don't. So even Mike Tyson didn't have the full package. You know, he started getting mentally messed up towards the end. Can't be like that, bro. But, you know, he had personal issues, man. So you got to give Mike a lot of slack when it comes to that. But Mike was the man. Fast, power, head movement, all type of shit. And I heard somebody say something about Mike Tyson quitting. I was watching, I think, BFTB's podcast. Somebody said Tyson quit. Just why ain't nobody talking about Tyson when he quit? Dude, Mike Tyson, when he was quitting, wasn't the same as what Billy Joe did last night. It wasn't the same as what Luke Campbell did. Mike Tyson, he quit because his mental wasn't right. He didn't quit because he was getting beat down and was scared to go back out there and fight, man. He quit because he wasn't mentally right up there at the moment. And kind of like an Oliver McCall situation. That's kind of like what made Mike Tyson quit. But, man, Canelo, bro, I don't know, man. My man just made $20 million in change off of 8 rounds of boxing, fam. You know what? I hear people say that all the time. Yo, these boxers make all this money, man. Bruh, listen, man. Look, anytime you don't have to struggle in life, man, to make $1, fam, good. Get that shit how you get it, man. Who said you gotta struggle, work hard, and bust your ass for other people? I had to throw that in there. Because I see that all the time. They get mad at Floyd. They get mad at Canelo. Mad at boxers for making millions and millions of dollars. What's wrong with with these dudes making millions? To them, it seemed like it's easy to us. In a sense, it is easy work compared to what everybody else got to go through for peanuts, right? But then it's hard for them, though, because they risking their life. But why not? Doing something that you love, you making millions of dollars, bro, instead of going to 9 to 5, struggling, busting your ass, making somebody else rich. Come on, man. So I salute Canelo and all of them for making their bread, yo. Real shit. Get it while you can, man. Get it while you can. But let me know what you think, man. Who has the strongest possibility of beating this Canelo dude, fam? And a lot of people gonna say I don't hate on Canelo, man. I always give him his props. I love he stays busy. There's just certain things about him that it look like he does cherry a lot of shit. He waits for fighters to get belts that he know that he can beat. And sometimes they fight boxers that he'll wait till that person get the belt from that person, and then he'll be like, oh, okay, now I go fight him. That's what it seemed like to me. Hey, I could be wrong, but listen, I always give credit where it's due, man. He's a great fighter. He just ain't he's not this world beater, like this most destructive puncher, like kind of like the way everybody's holding up Triple G. But hey, you know what I mean? Triple G was breaking motherfuckers' eye sockets and shit, but I mean, not everybody. And Canelo he ain't knocking everybody out cold either. You know, but he's strong. He has some real power. You know, so I don't know, man. If you're gonna fight Canelo, you gotta come with your A game, homie. You can't come half slacked. You gotta bring it all, let it all out. And while people are mad at Billy Joe for fucking quitting, oh, it wasn't him, it was his corner that quit. Yo, but Billy Joe just got through saying before the fight, he ready to let it all out. He ready to let it all out in the ring. Then you get in the ring and don't get up out the stool. He didn't even question the stoppage. Even if this corner did stop it, he didn't get up and dispute it like, nah, man, fuck that. Nah. I want to go back out there. I understand this is I get it. But if that's the case, man, don't say you're willing to let it all hang. If you're willing to let it all hang, fam, that means you ready to let it all hang, nigga. I'm talking about busted eye, nose, broken ribs, Arturo Gotti type shit. That's when you letting it all hang. Don't say you ready to let it all hang. A lot of these UK fighters do that, man. I'm ready to let it all hang. I'm gonna knock him out, and then they don't do shit, man. They don't do nothing. Billy Joe did. He looked good at certain points, but he really ain't do shit, man. He was kept leaning into the fucking uppercuts and dipping the wrong way. But then when he was dipping to the right, he was having some success. I don't know, he was showboating too much, bro. This is a title championship fight, bro. You got a chance to unify. You out there playing. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be in there hands up. Showboat when you know you got it in the bag, man. Towards the end of the fight, 12th round, you got like 8 rounds out of the 12. Then you go in there and showboat, man. Same shit Tony Harrison dumbass did against Jamel Charlo. Playing games, man. But anyway, man, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, support the channel, man. I'm going to catch y'all later, man. This is Rebel Life Boxing. I'll see y'all later. Peace.